The human mind is a powerful tool, capable of creating complex images and concepts that help us navigate the world. But this same tool can also be a source of deception and illusion, which limits our understanding of reality. Freedom from illusions is the process of liberating ourselves from the mental traps and misconceptions that prevent us from seeing the world as it truly is. Illusions take many forms. We encounter them in our expectations, fears, prejudices, and desires. Often, we don't see the world as it is, but rather as we want it to be. This distortion can come from our beliefs, upbringing, societal influences, and culture. For example, social norms may push us to chase specific definitions of success or happiness, but we rarely stop to question whether these ideas align with our true needs. Philosophers like Plato viewed illusions as barriers to truth. In his famous allegory of the cave, Plato describes people who see only shadows on the wall of a cave and believe those shadows to be reality, unaware that the true objects are behind them. This allegory illustrates how our illusions can obscure the true nature of things. Liberating ourselves from illusions begins with the awareness that many of our perceptions and judgments are based on limited understanding. The human mind is prone to bias, interpretation, and distortion based on our desires, fears, or past experiences. Acknowledging this tendency is the first step toward inner freedom. We start asking ourselves, how much of what I believe is based on reality? What illusions dictate my actions and emotions? The Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, argued that the key to inner peace and freedom is the ability to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. One of the most common mental traps is the illusion of control over external circumstances. We expend enormous amounts of energy trying to change things that are beyond our power, be it the opinions of others, natural events, or past experiences. Recognizing that not everything in the world is subject to our control helps us shed these illusions and focus on what we can change ourselves. Illusions also manifest in our expectations. We often become attached to specific outcomes or scenarios, believing that they will bring us happiness. However, reality rarely aligns with our expectations, leading to disappointment, anxiety, or even anger. Buddhism teaches us that attachment to illusions and desires is the root of suffering. When we let go of our attachment to illusory goals and learn to accept the world as it is, we gain inner freedom and serenity. But how do we free ourselves from illusions? One of the most important tools is mindfulness, the ability to observe our thoughts and emotions without identifying with them. Mindfulness allows us to see how our mental constructions create illusions and helps us separate reality from the imagined. By practicing mindfulness, we become aware of moments when our perceptions are distorted by fears, desires, or stereotypes. Another essential tool is critical thinking. This is the ability to question our own beliefs and assumptions, analyze them, and test them against reality. Philosophers like René Descartes used the method of doubt to arrive at truth. By questioning everything that could not be proven, Descartes sought to clear the mind of false assumptions and illusions. However, the path to freedom from illusions takes time and patience. Illusions are not just ideas, they are deeply rooted in our psyche and culture. It can be difficult to admit that some of our beliefs may be wrong, or that our desires are shaped by external influences. But each small revelation along this path makes us freer and allows us to live more consciously and authentically. Ultimately, freedom from illusions is not about giving up on dreams or goals, but about seeing reality as it is and acting accordingly. It is the path to inner peace and harmony, where we are no longer troubled by false ideas about ourselves, the world, or what is supposed to happen in our lives. Once we free ourselves from illusions, we gain the ability to live fully in the present, appreciating every moment without fear or regret.